Beauty and the Beast was never a love story, it was a curse. The last petal fell, the castle trembled. The beast collapsed, claws scraping stone, breath ragged in the silence. Then Belle's whisper, "I love you." Light exploded, fur melted into skin. The monster became a prince, and the music swelled. You know the ending, but the story never told you what happened the night the curse began. The night a single drop of blood hit the floor, and the enchantress smiled. Picture a village at the edge of a forest that swallowed light. No birds, no wind, just the smell of wet earth and something metallic. 1698. A prince throws a winter ball. Crystal chandeliers drip wax like tears. Guests in powdered wigs laugh too loud. The prince moves among them, golden hair catching firelight, eyes already bored. He spots an old woman at the door, cloaked in rags, face hidden. She offers a rose. One rose, red as a fresh wound. He laughs, calls her a beggar, tells the guards to drag her out. The doors slam, the laughter stops. The rose lies on the marble, bleeding petals. Then the air turns cold. Candles gutter. Shadows stretch like fingers. The old woman steps back into the hall. No one saw her return. Her voice cuts through the silence. You value beauty above all else. So beauty will be your cage. The prince tries to speak. His throat closes. His hands twist. Bones crack. Skin splits. Fur erupts. The guests scream. Mirrors shatter. The castle seals itself. Stone grows over windows. Vines choke the gates. And the enchantress vanishes, leaving only the rose, and a warning carved into the wall with a fingernail. Love her before the last petal falls, or remain a beast forever. That's the fairy tale. But the fairy tale lied. Years later, a merchant stumbles into the castle. Lost, desperate, he plucks a rose for his daughter. The beast roars. Chains rattle. The merchant begs. The beast's voice is gravel and thunder. Your life for the rose, or send your daughter in your place. The merchant returns home, pale, trembling, tells Belle. She goes, not for love, for duty, for survival. The castle doors close behind her like a jaw. Inside, the air is thick with dust and regret. Portraits on the walls have eyes that follow her. The beast watches from the shadows. Doesn't speak for days. Just growls, slams doors, breaks furniture. Belle finds a library. Books with pages that bleed ink when touched. She finds a mirror. It shows her village burning. She finds a west wing, forbidden, locked, chains on the door. She hears crying behind it, not human, something else. One night, the beast corners her, claws dent the table. You think you can love this? He snarls. His breath smells of iron. Belle doesn't flinch. I don't know what love is, she says. But I know what fear is, and you're terrified. The beast recoils. For the first time, he looks small. The curse wasn't about beauty, it was about hunger. The enchantress didn't want love, she wanted sacrifice. The rose wasn't a timer, it was a leash. Every petal that fell tightened the noose. The beast wasn't waiting for a kiss. He was waiting for someone to bleed for him, willingly. Look closer at the original tale. Published 1740. Gabrielle Suzanne Barbat de Villeneuve. Not Disney, not Perrault. Darker. The prince wasn't cursed for cruelty. He was cursed for refusing to marry his aunt. A fairy. Incest. Power. Control. The enchantress wasn't a beggar. She was the fairy in disguise. She wanted the prince. He said no. So she trapped him, made him ugly, made him need her. The rose, a blood rose, grown from a drop of the prince's own blood. The curse fed on it. Every petal was a year of his life. Belle wasn't a prisoner. She was bait. The beast didn't fall in love. He broke, day by day. Watching her read, watching her sing two birds that weren't there, watching her touch the west wing door and pull back, fingers burned. He started leaving her gifts. A book, a ribbon, a key. She never used the key, but she kept it. The night the wolves came, she ran. The beast followed, not to save her, to keep her. Claws tore through fur and flesh. Blood soaked the snow. Belle stabbed a wolf with a branch. The beast took the alpha down with his teeth. They limped back together. Silent, she bandaged his wounds. He didn't flinch. For the first time, he let her touch him. The last petal hung by a thread. The castle shook. Servants turned to objects, forever. Belle stood over the beast's body. He was dying. Not from the curse, from the wolves. From the weight of 10 years as a monster. She leaned close. I love you, she said, not to the prince. To the beast. To the thing that bled for her. The light came. The fur fell away. The prince opened his eyes. And screamed, because he remembered, every kill. Every night he hunted in the forest. Every servant he failed. The curse broke. But the beast stayed. Inside the villagers came. Torches. Pitchforks. They saw the prince. Beautiful again. They cheered. Belle smiled. But her eyes were empty. The prince took her hand. His grip was too tight. The castle reopened. Balls resumed. But the west wing stayed locked. The rose. Burned. Ashes scattered. The enchantress never seen again. But here's the part no one tells. In 1756, a traveler passed through the village. found an old woman selling roses, red as blood. She offered him one. He refused. That night, his reflection in the mirror growled. The curse didn't end, it just changed hands. Look at the story again. Belle never says she loves the prince. She says it to the beast. The moment he becomes human, the spell breaks. But what if the spell wasn't about love at all? What if it was about consent? About breaking someone until they begged to be saved? The enchantress didn't want a prince. She wanted a pet. And Belle, she wasn't the hero. She was the final petal. The castle still stands. Somewhere, overgrown, silent. If you find it, don't touch the roses. Don't look in the mirrors. And if you hear growling in the west wing, run, because some curses don't need magic. They just need someone willing to say, I love you to a monster. Subscribe to Mystery Vault for more real mysteries the world still can't explain.